Guys?
Yes, Nautika. We noticed it too. This is the 6th time we've passed this stone wall.
It might even be more than the 6th time. We walked for 15 minutes before we realized we were going in circles. I'm afraid we have to face the fact that we're trapped in this labyrinth, Timekeeper.
Just like in the legends. The Black Forest, the Demon of the Crossroads, the Twilight Loop.
Wait, Miss Amundsen. We need to think dialectically. Let's not jump straight to evil spirits. It could be the result of some kind of arcane skill.
I had the same thought, but I don't sense any arcane fluctuations around here. That said, this radio and the sled dogs couldn't just vanish into thin air. There must be a hidden exit, or something else at play here.
Let me give it a try. I may not be an arcanist, but we human explorers have our ways. My grandfather taught me how to tell the directions using a watch and the position of the sun. I have his watch right here. I took it with me. Let me see. What was it again? Point the hour hand towards the sun and bisect the angle between the hour hand and 12 o'clock to find the south. Wait, we're in the southern hemisphere, so it actually points north. Thankfully, we aren't in the polar night yet. We still have the sun in the sky. There's no sun.
Manus Vindictae's ritual is affecting the day and night cycle.
Don't worry, Miss Amundsen. There must be another way. Timekeeper, I suggest we try to exit this area first.
Agreed. We can't afford to risk any more time in here.
We're back at the beginning again.
I've been keeping an eye on the sled dog's footprints. We've been following them all this time, yet we still seem to be going in circles. How did they disappear, along with Miss Radio?
Is this a trap? A trap that only lets dogs leave? I don't want to be stuck here forever. The ruins are just behind the pass. They're so close. Is it really impossible to get there? But Matu told me that it's different this time. This is the closest I've ever been. Across this land, the Mother's light is sown, and through all things, her spirit clearly shone. This is what I came for.
The sled dogs followed Dr. Doris's scent from the typewriter.
That's right. And the direction of their barking is consistent. So, unless the labyrinth has been designed to carry sound in a particular direction, they must have made it through to the other side, where the ruins are. Which means Dr. Doris must have made it through the labyrinth too.
Exactly. Although we can't be sure whether she was guided here. Let's assume that she was alone.
Then, despite the fact that she's blind, somehow she didn't get trapped by these stone walls.
This Dr. Doris you're looking for, she's blind?
Yes, she always covers her eyes with a patch or bandage.
Through Giant Mother's bones, the path is laid. In bloody pain, eternal life is made. The blind seer walks, and we her path do take. For all will shift in the Evernight's wake.
Are those proverbs from the legend of the Mother Spirit?
Yes, they are.
Could this folktale from your hometown actually derive from reality?
Even in my hometown, many people think this proverb is an expression of the people's want for spring after the long polar night. But I've always thought that there is something else behind it. You see, the blind Dr. Doris wasn't trapped, and the dogs who followed their noses also made it through the labyrinth. We looked around this labyrinth. We looked for landmarks and for clues. We even looked for the sun to guide us. We looked. That's the difference between us and them. We've only been using our eyes.
Are you saying that...
Maybe, if we close our eyes, the true direction will be revealed.
Close your eyes, Vertin. Only when your eyes are closed will your mind open up.
It's worth a try. We don't have any other ideas at the moment. We trust you. Are you ready to walk in the darkness, ladies?
The snow here feels different. It's harder than the last path we were on. I don't think we came this way when we were following the dog's footprints, did we?
Basalt, stone walls, a path that can't be found with open eyes. I see it now. The designer of the labyrinth used these stone walls to create an optical illusion. We missed this entrance over and over again.
Right. Even if the dogs hit into a wall, they could still follow the scent. Of course! The Mother Spirit is always right.
I think I see her.
What do you see, Vertin?
No. It's gone.
Take my hand, Timekeeper.
Miss Erd, what is the answer that you're searching for?
Footsteps? Timekeeper? Miss Sinetto? Miss Amundsen? Is that you? Oh, thank goodness you're here. You have no idea how many times these reckless dogs almost flung me off their backs.
Miss Radio.
Oh, Miss Radio, Great. We did it! We made it out of the labyrinth!
Where are we?
Frile. I made it. I found it. It's real. The Mother's spirit does slumber far to the south. The legends are true. And I found it.
We should keep moving. I have a feeling that all our questions will be answered once we pass through that gate.
Congratulations, you cleared the stage. Though I hardly thought it'd take you so long. The answer was right in front of you the whole time. Just cover your eyes. Funny, you had to do the very thing the enemy wanted you to. That was your third lesson. Hands serve to control. As for the first and the second, well, you've already seen the digestive and excretory systems. Save us both the time and look over your logs if you're curious. Back to the topic. You almost died in there thanks to the false intel from your eye scouts. Luckily, Brain Command reacted quickly enough to prevent the worst from happening. You better set a second in command to avoid this kind of thing happening again. The ever-beating strategic center, the hub that every drop of blood must pass through, the violently beating when agitated. The most reliable organ, besides the brain, because it has to be. If only it didn't have a mind of its own. That'll surely lead to destruction, whether it beats fast or slow. It wasn't my intention to talk like a Renaissance artist. But when you reflect on Michelangelo's painting on that grand ceiling, there's no choice but to do so. The key to creating life could be either the Hall of Wisdom or the Land of Birth. So, you should understand art a little better now.
Raiders out. No sonar contact. Targets eliminated. We got them.
Good work, everyone. But let's not start celebrating yet. The ice is getting thicker. We are entering an ice zone. Notify all bridge personnel to reduce speed. Engineer, what's the damage report?
The Magnus hit our portside propeller. We're down to about 20% thrust on the steering, sir. God! Visual on an iceberg at 12 o'clock! It's closing in fast!
A speeding iceberg? Really? What did I tell you about staring at the snow too long? It messes with your vision. Idiots! That's no iceberg! It's a fin! A massive one! Something's under the water!
A Leviathan!
Triglav, all systems engage. All units, report your status.
Water in main battery magazine! All watertight compartments are under pressure. Captain, we're going down!
Understood. For all these years, we have fought side by side with Triglav and the 3 frigates. Not once have these old girls let us down.
The menace must be desperate to stop our landing. Sending a Leviathan after us of all things.
Let them try. The Foundation will not be stopped at the Ross Sea. Triglav to operations. Initiating detonation of the onboard array.
Operations to Dida. Steer clear of the ice zone. Fall back to defense line A2.
You made your way here, through the Ross Sea. The front lines must have given you a grim taste of the war. The Manus won't let the Foundation set foot on Antarctica, not without the fight. The ritual is too important. They will stop at nothing to see it happen. So here's my offer. Reciprocity. As a gesture of good faith, allow me to share some intel on their movements with you first. There's a ruin of an ancient city deep in the heart of Antarctica. That is where the ritual will be held.
A ruin? Here?
Against that mountain, yes. But it isn't just any ruin. It's Manus Vindictae's stronghold. Rituals, preparations, high-level meetings. That is where they all happen. In order to secure the continent, they have fortified the coastlines, covering every possible landing point. The Order of Enlightenment is stationed at King Edward VII Peninsula. The Apostles' Brotherhood controls Mary Birdland. And the former Xeno Sentinel unit has deployed its forces along King George V coast. The terrain is already a natural fortress, but that wasn't enough for them. They have deployed a number of arcane-modified beasts, several Magnus and a Leviathan, if my intel is correct.
Oh, no way! A Leviathan? I heard you could sink Australia with one of those things.
Not anymore. The Triglav just blew it up and sank with it in the explosion. She was one of the Foundation's best battleships. A heavy price to pay to only reach a stalemate. If I were you, I wouldn't count on support from the Foundation forces. They are already spread thin, just holding the front line. You need a plan to complete your mission without their help. And if you are as smart as you hope you are, you will see that this map is your best shot at reaching the city without getting caught in their territory.
It all sounds too convenient, boss. We've got no clue what she's really up to.
Fair enough. But know that the Admiral has ordered the coastline be sealed. I can't let you pass, at least not without a deal. Whatever your purpose is, you won't make it further without some assistance.
Fine.
Seriously?
I'm meeting with the timekeeper at the site of the ritual.
Brilliant.
What's the timekeeper doing there?
I'm not saying another word until you remove these cuffs.
You think you're in a position to bargain?
Bargain? You were the one suggesting reciprocity. Hardly seems reciprocal to keep us locked up, don't you think? We really are here because of a song. The record is the key to everything. In 1995, before the world was afflicted with the storm, this record, along with its arcane record player, was sent into space aboard the Regulus Space Telescope, serving as the power source of the satellite. For 12 years, it took pictures and transmitted them back to Earth. Then, in 2007, the satellite crashed near Aldeburgh, destroying everything but this record in the process.
2007. That would have been 1966, right after the sixth storm.
Precisely. A rock music enthusiast from that era found the record and later brought it to Laplace. She is now a member of the Timekeeper Squad. The last image transmitted from the satellite was time-stamped April 16th, 2007. Even after the storm sent everything back, the satellite's timeline kept moving forward.
Are you saying that the satellite crossed the storm? How?
We believe it's because of this record. It's the only material that has been proven to be immune to the storm. In our previous experiments, it reduced the severity of the storm syndrome afflicting one of our researchers and slowed its progression on me.
Wait, what?
But those results were from small-scale isolated tests. We've never tried it in a real storm. Since replicas of the record haven't demonstrated the same immunity as the original, we've developed an upgraded amplifier system for it. Now, when played on our upgraded player, this record can create an immunity zone with a 2.5-mile radius. But the immunity isn't permanent. We found that the element Regulus in the record is consumed every minute it plays. At best, we're looking at 12 minutes of protection with this original copy. If Manus Vindictae succeeds in triggering another storm with their ritual, this record may be our last line of defense. That's why I brought it here. And that's why I need to get it to the Timekeeper. Should the worst happen, at least we can minimize the damage. And I'll be able to see how it works during an actual storm. An invaluable boon to our research.
Sounds like Laplace has made remarkable progress since the Equilibrium umbrella. I have to say, I'm impressed.
So, there it is. All my cards on the table. What have you got for us?
The actual location of the ritual is in a sanctuary hidden in the heart of that mountain behind the city ruins.
First a city, now a sanctuary. Boss, she's got to be messing with us.
I am telling the truth. There is a tunnel in the city that leads into the mountain. Only the chosen are allowed through. And you can bet that the tunnel will be heavily guarded. .5 miles of immunity, you said?
That's right. I'll need to know the size of the city and the length of the tunnel to figure out the best placement for the record.
I have an idea. The mountain's interior is hollow. The sanctuary sits right in the heart of it. It used to be an active volcano, but it hasn't erupted for centuries. The elevation of the volcano is 11,616 feet. That's just under 2.2 miles.
Boss, it's not exactly easy to tell what you're thinking, you know. Surely you're not taking her seriously, are you?
Scaling the mountain isn't going to be easy. I have marked the dangerous areas on this map. Try to avoid them when planning your route. Before you go, let me make one thing clear. This is just my advice. Whether you take it or not is up to you. If just the two of you go up the mountain, you may keep yourselves out of the enemy's sides, but it will be highly dangerous. There will be no saving you if something goes wrong.
Of course. We'll weigh our options before we make a move.
Good. Keep your head on straight, soldier.
So, just like that, you're letting us walk out of here? With the record and a map? You call it reciprocity. But what's in it for you?
Arcana's death hasn't weakened Manus Vindictae. In fact, they have kept the Foundation very busy, taking different names and causing chaos around the world. They rallied their followers, journeyed across the globe, and set the stage for their ritual on this barren land. And all right under everybody's noses. They planned every step, but you just barged in here with nothing but a record and an idea. If you were my soldiers, I would have thrown you out of my camp by now. That said, I would rather see the storm end than see you fail.
Well then, thank you for your help. Why don't you come with us?
Me?
Look, we may be rushing in there like a couple of idiots, but if this works, If it really stops whatever scheme the Manus are brewing, don't you want to see it for yourself?
It doesn't matter what I want. I have orders.
Oh, I knew this wouldn't exactly be a Sunday stroll. But I didn't think we'd literally be carving our own trail through the wilderness. Boss, at this rate, the world would be an absolute bedlam by the time we reach the top.
Hold on. Let me check the map the lieutenant gave me.
Lieutenant Moldir. As grateful as I am that she set us free, which I absolutely am, I have to say, this isn't exactly the type of freedom I imagined. Who's there? Ouch!
Penguins? Here?
Hey, give that grenade back! No interference, right, boss? I mean, you're not going to make me fight a penguin, are you? Look at their little faces.
All members of the Sentinel Unit Antarctic Advance Party, attention! Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Rookie guard, check. Awakened researcher with a fish tank for a head, check. Mr. Ulrich, allow me to apologize for the shock my jets have given you. They're jumpier than a spring cricket at the moment. A lot of them just lost some dear friends of theirs after getting back from Florida. Brutal, really.
Penguins? In Florida?
In a squirrel? In Antarctica?
Not just any squirrel. You're looking at a sergeant, Missy. Sergeant Buddy Fairchild, reporting for duty. We've been waiting here on account of the lieutenant's order. I've been tasked with being your official Antarctic guide. And it's a good thing, too, because you sure ain't gonna find no one else to guide you around these parts.
The lieutenant? You mean Moldir?
Sure is shooting. Her message came in earlier today. Told me you're fixing to scale that there mountain. Gave me the job of getting you there.
Moldir! I could kiss you.
So, Sergeant Fairchild, you and these troops are under Moldir's command.
Let's skip the pleasantries, shall we? The lieutenant's orders were as clear as the day is long. If you really want to help your friends and save the world, then we better get your behinds up that mountain quicker than a cat on a hot tin roof and get that record playing. Now let's get moving before the menace get their ritual going.
Save the world? I had no idea she thought so highly of us.
Now let's see here. Mountain ain't no Everest, but it sure is a storm in July to be a tough climb for y'all big and tall uns. Well, can't never could. Buckle up, folks. I don't want to see no bodies tumbling down the mountain. You hear?
Where is that budget hog hiding?
Come on, pals!
I'll handle the tech support.
Take care, pal.
Decode complete. Interception
Careful,
detected.
pal. Oh, let's make a scene.
All right, time to crack some codes.
I salute you.
The perfect solution.
Come on, pals. Oh, let's make a scene. We're the best of fun. Get a taste of this. I'll getcha.
I'll handle the tech.
This ain't no animal show.
According to my calculations,
Antarctic Advance Party. 3, 2, 1, charge!
another perfect combination of reason and passion.
To discover. And what took the Foundation so dang long to